Hi, thanks so much for joining me for my April favorites. There's so much to talk about, so let's go ahead and just jump right in. As the weather gets warmer, I like to lighten up my makeup in terms of foundations, concealers, things like that. Doesn't mean my holy grails are no longer holy grails, it just means that I'm changing things up just to address the warmer weather. But if I do need something to really perform, I will rely on those holy grails. I'll talk about those along the way as well. Starting with foundation, I have two to talk about, and this first one's not actually a foundation, it's a serum. It's the ILIA Super Serum, right? Super Serum Skin Tint, SPF 40, and the reason I chose this is because it is so lightweight, yet provides SPF 40, which is pretty high. Usually I look for something 40, 45, 50 plus, that level of SPF. I used this one in the Get Ready With Me, so that's what I have on right now. So you'll get to see that in action. Because I was doing a video on Chanel, I was reminded of this foundation as I was looking through all of them. The Sublimage L'Essence de Teint is such an elegant foundation. It makes the skin look so beautiful. It feels lovely on the skin as well. It is one of my top Chanel foundations. And as you know, I'm working my way through Chanel foundations this year. So I will have tried them all by the end of this year, hopefully. And I will be ranking these as soon as I've gone through all of them to let you know what I think is great for combo skin versus dry versus oily, because I have combo skin. I do get a chance to test this out on all kinds of skin types just because I have different skin on different parts of my face. But this is in B40. My skin looked so even in that video. I will link that one below if you want to see it, especially up here, because that's where I can see a little bit of inconsistency because I don't really use foundation, not foundation, concealer in this area, but I do have a little bit of discoloration, and sometimes I can see that poking through, not with this foundation. Speaking of lightening up on the foundation, I also lightened up on concealers, and this is the RODIAL Peach Lowlighter. I just use it right under the eye. It has a lovely lightweight brightening effect. It's a bit translucent, so you can still see the skin underneath. It's not heavy duty concealer or anything like that. It's just a lightweight product that brightens, refracts the light. Really great no makeup kind of product. I also went in with, and I just had it here, the Camouflage Stylo by CHANT 4C. I'll leave a little image here and of course swatch it for you. But I used it on my dark spots today, and right under here where I would apply La Prairie is where I applied that. So yeah, we're getting to the point where I don't need as heavy duty of a concealer for these spots right here. But of course, Clé de Peau concealer in Mocha is my go-to when I do need these really perfected. And if you do have more severe discoloration, I would highly recommend the Clé de Peau. This is the newer version. It's got SPF in it, so that's a great thing. SPF 27 in here as well as a brightening ingredient. So it'll help work on those dark spots as you protect it from the sun and as you conceal when you apply your makeup. So this is the one I would recommend. But for a more perfected look, SISLEY Under Eye Concealer in 4 as well as La Prairie just to brighten strategically. So those are still holy grail concealers. I've got 3 blushes that are favorites because, you know, I love blush and I have all 3 on today. This is the By Terry Brightening CC Liquid Blush. This is in the pinker version. It's called Rosy Flash is the name of this one. I think it's such a lovely shade. It has a little bit of a glow to it. I do have a blush I've been pulling for, actually have hit pan on it, but I've been trying to find a dupe for it amongst what I already have. So this is the, I'm going to show this to you. I don't think it's available any longer. Flower Power Blush, and you can see how much I loved this one. I actually think I'm going to stop here though because I still want to retain a little bit of this because I want to find a closest dupe? Dupe that's as close as possible. But I went in with this today and it's very close, but it's got more peach in it. It's the Valentino blush in 9, which has been in a favorite before. So it's a really lovely one. Here's the Chantecaille versus the Valentino. So you can see the difference. Slightly peachier, but really lovely. Third one is this one, the new one I picked up by Chanel. New to me, and it's a really pretty shade. It's number 72, and I have it right here just on the high points of my cheeks, just for a little pop of color, because I changed my lipstick a few times in the Get Ready With Me as well. Speaking of the Get Ready With Me, there are a couple things I forgot to apply. Let's do that now. But I did set with the Perfect Blur Powder, which is not a surprise. I think it must be in every video. Buff and Blur brush. By the way, the other brushes are still part of my favorites. So you've got the SHISEIDO brush for foundation. I didn't use it today though, but for foundation, I still love that one. The CdP Concealer Brush, I have 2 of those. Here's the concealer brush, which a lot of you who have picked this up said it didn't look like it would do much, but it really is quite good with concealer because it doesn't absorb. And you've let me know how much you love this one as well. And then the CdP Blush Brush, really great for liquid and cream blushes. I've used it for powders. I still prefer the Rowan brush for blush. Rowan brush for blush, yeah. But this one's great for liquid and cream blushes, which I used today with this. But I was talking about the powder, so we've got the Perfect Blur Powder. Okay, this is not part of favorites, but I just get so excited about this one. This is new. It's a CdP Luminizer. I'm gonna take this brush today and just add it, because I meant to add this, I totally forgot. Yeah, I was just thinking about how it subtly brings about that bone structure, so I did want to add that. And then I meant to add this because I've been using this as well. This is the ChANT Candlelight powder, and this one has a bit of a glow to it, but I've been liking a little bit more of a glow, and because I'm not adding as much concealer, I'm not having issues with texture as much as I normally would. So I just wanted to dust this on top of everything just for glow. So this is one that I forgot to actually apply. You get to see it applied here though, because I forgot to apply it in that video. Then on to bronzer. You know I love the Terracotta Light, but I didn't use it for bronzer today. I used actually one of the shades for an eyeshadow because I needed a crease color, so I'll show you that. But I did go in with this CC powder by Terry. This is in Sunny Flash. I used that as a bronzer today. And then I dusted that on my face as well with a fluffy brush. So this is a great one. And it's not a bronzer, but I use it as a bronzer. It's kind of like the Terracotta Light in that I will apply it all over my face or in targeted areas. So this is a really lovely one. For eyes, I chose this Dior palette. This is the eyeshadow palette in 519. It's got that more matte finish on it. I really like this formula. I just wish they had a more neutral palette because the other palettes had like pinky red tones in it. Then there was a blue one. And then this was the most neutral of them all, but you can still see it pulls kind of warm. There's some orange tones in there. So I applied that today. I really like how smooth it applies and how easily it blends. Yeah, a really pretty one. If you wanted to pick one up, I would recommend this one. Although I haven't tried the other ones, I just color-wise, this one looks like it's the most versatile. Oh yes, I forgot to mention SPF. So those of you who have more color to your skin like me, usually there's a white cast. This one, however, and I've been using this just on days when I'm not really wearing makeup, but I want SPF and I want to reapply it. It's the ChANT Ultra Sun Protection Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 45 Primer. It dries down to really silky kind of finish, and I'll show you in the side-by-side what it looks like versus just with skincare. It doesn't have anything greasy about it, so it's really easy to apply, reapply during the day. Sometimes there's that residue from SPF. You don't get that with this. It's really, really pretty. So I have it actually on the side of my face, and then I apply the ILIA on top of it. So if you haven't tried this yet and you're looking for something that does not have a white cast, this one is really nice. Still love the CdP. This is the Broad Spectrum SPF 32, and this is the one I will use more frequently just because it has brightening in it, and I will use it with various powders and things like that, but I still really love this one. I'm trying to throw in more skincare and hair care as well as accessories, so let me do that now before I forget. We've got the MER Crème de la Mer, and I use this in the evening. I don't use it during the day. It's so emollient, so I'm sure you've seen this before, but you can see, yeah, it holds its shape. I just realized how close I am to the camera. Let me back away a little bit. I've been using that one in the evening because I was running out of my gold cream by CHANT. I wanted to draw that one out a little bit more, so I've been going in with this. So I'll use this all up and then I'll go back to my gold cream by CHANT. But this has been really nice, sealing everything in. It's very hydrating. Then for hair, I have been using this Purifying Conditioner Gelée. Really lovely consistency for conditioner. It's lightweight. Some conditioners are just so heavy, and I've mentioned it before, my hair gets weighed down really easily. So anything more lightweight is great. It does say it's part of the detox hair ritual. So if you use the cleansing purifying scrub, which I do, you work this into the scalp and then through the ends. And I like this part here. It says, Hair looks shinier and is softer to the touch while rebalancing. Soothing sensation of the purifying routine calms the feeling of itchy scalps. And whenever I get my hair colored, it can get itchy, and as we transition seasons, it can get itchy as well. This has really helped with that. So it's a really great one if you like the fragrance of the Christophe Robin products. This has a very lovely fragrance. And then cleanser, I've been using this Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. And I've been using it, wow, since I got it, and a little goes a long way. So there's still quite a bit left in there. I know it's a little bit more on the high end side of cleansing balms, but it does last a long time and it's quite effective. And it smells like that spa smell. It's kind of relaxing to remove makeup at the end of the day with this. Oh yes, and my dress, I forgot to mention, my dress is a favorite. Let me get a full length picture for you in here, but I liked it so much I ended up purchasing one in white as well. Now I purchased them both in small, they're both smalls, but the white one is so much longer than this one. So just know there's a little variation. Yeah, so normally I would order a medium, but a small is just fine. I think a medium would be too big on me. So small has been a really good size for me in this dress. So if you were thinking about it, it is heavier though. It's got lining in it, which is nice, especially on the white dress. It has pockets. The cut is really quite flattering and it's very, very comfortable. On to brows. I show this to you. The Dior Show Onset Brow became a quick favorite as soon as I tried it. And this is in 032. And in this case, when I applied this, I just applied it to the brow and then I went in with pencil. And only in very, very targeted areas did I add pencil. So this is, I'm gonna say, better than even the Dior Show Puff and Brow, which I loved for so long, and I have a backup of, and I know many of you love it. This one is even better. It's got more hold, it's more refined, it does build some volume, but in a really lovely way. Kind of like how the Chantecaille mascara builds on eyelashes, this builds really nicely on the brows. I have a new Chantecaille mascara that I just started using, and every time I use this mascara, I'm reminded why I love it so much. So easy to apply, looks beautiful with every coat, and I put on quite a few coats. I'm gonna say, I think I apply at least 3 coats, 4, maybe 5. And it never clumps, never flakes, always looks beautiful. It's very tapered at the end. Sometimes when you add a lot of mascara, it can get kind of like bulky at the ends of the lashes, and you end up with excess on the ends of the lashes. This one doesn't do that. It's very even all the way through from beginning to end. Love this one so much. I forgot to mention another skincare favorite, the 111 Skin. It's the brightening mask. I just used it today actually, so you'll get to see that in the Get Ready With Me what my skin looks like bare. But that is one of the few mask products that I really think has an immediate effect. I can see the brightening right away when I use it. I do buy that one in a 5-pack, but I wait for a sale. So that one's a really great mask if you're looking for a brightening mask. I found it. It's the Camouflage Stylo. That's what I was talking about by Chantecaille. This is in the shade 4C. And then for lips, I tried on a few lip products for you. One that's been in my bag that I pulled out and tried on for you, and now I don't know where it is. It's here somewhere. I'm sure it's right in front of me. But it's a Lip Chic by Chantecaille in Tea Rose. It's such a lovely, lovely shade. Really easy to wear. I was looking for something hydrating that provided color but not too much color, and something I could apply and reapply without much fuss. I also tried on for you one of my favorite pencils from the Isam lip liners. This one is in blushed. It's the dual lip pencil where there's a peachy side and a pinky side. So actually try on both of them for you at the same time, starting with the peach. And when I did that Chanel video, I was reminded as I was looking at all of my lip shades of how much I love the Le Rouge Duos. And this one is in 43. So if you are not familiar with this side is a liquid lip, which I don't really love. I don't love liquid lips, but I do like this one. So this one goes on first, you let it dry. It looks like this, doe foot applicator. And then you go in with this gloss. Once this sets, go in with the gloss and add that. So that's what I have on right now. And for lips, I also went in with this Chantecaille lip gloss in Lucky. It's a really pretty warm shade. So you'll see that with the Isam lip liner. Talking about so many things. The Rouge Noir, it's the one by Chanel eyeshadow liner kohl. I loved that it could do a whole smoky eye all by itself. could tight line, it went in the waterline. So this time I just used it as an eyeliner. I tight lined with it. I did a little kitten wing and then I went underneath as well. Really lovely shade. It's a beautiful purpley plummy color, which I never would have guessed, but it was really fun to play with this. And I ordered some of the new Chanel eye products that were new on Nordstrom, so those were coming as well. So I'll be interested to see how they compare. And then for fragrance, I selected this one. It's such a beautiful bottle. If you haven't seen it before, this is from the House of Oud in Cypress Shade. Each of these bottles are handmade, so they are all a little bit different, but it looks so pretty on the counter. The notes that I love in here are bergamot, and then there's a mint in there that makes it really fresh, and it does have vetiver and cedar as well. So it's a lovely mix of some woodsy base notes, that bergamot, which is a really clean scent to me, and then also that mint, really kind of refreshing scent. So I've really been enjoying using this one. I almost forgot are my nails. So I've been trying out the static nail products. They are stick-on or glue-on nails. Very different than the glue-on nails that I tried when I was a teenager, but these are the French manicure style. But my nails are so thin. I've done powder dip before. I really like the way they look, but they're so frail to begin with. These look like powder dip to me, except my nails are not damaged when they are removed. The glue kind of softens over, I'm gonna say a week. It also depends on how much glue you add, and there's quite a learning curve with this as well. I've glued my fingers together before on accident. So I will share with you colors and things like that that I love and actually had questions about it. But I'll leave some shoppable links for you. But let me know if you want like a vlog. I can show you how I apply my nails, kind of the tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. Because I've tried, I'm gonna say maybe 10 of them so far. 10 different sets is how many I've gone through. And they're not all created equally. Some are more curved, some are really curved, some are flatter. Also, some are more translucent versus opaque, which can make a difference because sometimes there can be a bubble formed inside where there's like an air bubble. I can definitely go more in depth about these nails for you. If you would like a tutorial on it, let me know. And that is it for my April favorites. Please let me know what you have been loving because your recommendations have been items that I've been picking up, so I really appreciate it. That is it for today's video, so please take care of each other, stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.